Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. I'm Lex.
And I'm Vera. Great to be here.
Today, we're tackling something absolutely critical in today's digital world. Think about this. How effortlessly does data really flow across your business applications?
Yeah, that seamless sharing of data and functionality, it's not just a nice to have anymore, is it?
Not at all. It's pretty much essential for staying competitive, staying agile.
Definitely.
So welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we break down complex topics into hopefully essential and actionable insights.
And today we're diving deep into the world of middleware and service bus integration solutions. Sounds a bit technical, maybe?
It can sound that way, but stick with us. This deep dive is really tailored for you, especially if you're an Australian business owner or a C-level executive listening in.
Right. Our mission today is to unpack how these integration solutions can, well, genuinely revolutionize your business connectivity.
Streamline operations and really help propel your digital transformation forward.
So let's get into it.
Okay, let's unpack this then. When we talk about bringing systems together, you hear these terms thrown around: middleware, service bus.
They come up a lot.
But what exactly are they? And maybe more importantly, why should businesses actually care? Why are they so crucial?
Okay, good question. Let's start with middleware. Think of it as intermediary software. It's like the connective tissue.
Okay.
Or maybe the central nervous system connecting different applications and systems in your business.
Right, so it sits between things.
Exactly. Its main job is to enable smooth communication and data exchange.
Yeah.
Even if your apps are running on totally different platforms.
Like different operating systems or databases.
Yep, or using different technologies, maybe even in different physical locations. It bridges those gaps. And it can also provide common services, things like security, messaging, maybe data transformation. This simplifies things for your developers.
So it avoids that chaos, like you mentioned, where sales can't easily talk to inventory or inventory to shipping.
Precisely. Imagine the manual workarounds, the delays, the errors. Middleware is there to prevent all that mess. It acts like a universal translator and a really efficient messenger service combined.
So what sort of language barriers does it typically overcome? Is it just different OCs or like how data is structured?
It's often both, really. Different operating systems, sure. But also things like varied data formats. One system might store dates as day, month, year. Another as month, day, year.
Ah, okay. Little things that cause big problems.
Exactly. Or different ways of identifying customers. Middleware handles those translations seamlessly. And then you have the service bus.
Right, that was the other term. How does that fit in?
So a service bus is actually a specific type of middleware, a pretty powerful one.
Okay. Specialized.
Yeah. It's designed specifically to support the communication and integration of different software services. The key thing here is it provides a central messaging system.
A central messaging system.
Ah.
Like a post office for software.
Sort of, yeah. It allows different services to, well, talk to each other without needing to know all the complicated internal details of the other service.
Ah, so they don't need to know the specific phone model or network carrier of the other service, to use an analogy.
That's a great way to put it. It massively simplifies how services interact, which is absolutely critical if you're building or managing complex distributed systems.
Okay, so middleware is the broad category, the connector. And a service bus is a specialized tool within that, focused on service communication via a central messaging hub.
You got it. And together, they create this central point for interaction.
Which gets rid of all those messy, inefficient point-to-point connections. The ones that look like spaghetti on an infrastructure diagram.
Exactly. You've hit on a really crucial point there. Without something like this, you'd literally have every application needing a direct, custom-built connection to every other application it needs to talk to.
That sounds like a nightmare to manage.
It is. That spaghetti mess quickly becomes completely unmanageable, especially as your business grows. It strangles efficiency and makes changes incredibly difficult.
Right. So middleware and a service bus essentially streamline that whole process, makes your IT infrastructure scalable, manageable.
Precisely. It replaces that tangled mess with a clean, central, intelligent switchboard, if you like.
Okay, so it connects things better, tidies up the wiring. But what does that actually mean for a business? For the bottom line, for future growth? This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Absolutely. This is where the technical capability translates into real business value.
What are those tangible benefits Australian businesses can expect?
Okay, there are quite a few, but let's focus on the core ones. First up is streamlined application communication.
Right, getting rid of those point-to-point links.
Exactly. By creating that central hub, you eliminate those messy connections. But it's more than just being tidier or faster. It's about breaking down operational silos. Well, imagine your customer service team being able to instantly see accurate inventory levels, the latest sales orders, and the shipping status for a customer query, all pulled together in one view.
Instead of having to check 3 different systems.
Exactly. Or think about your finance team trying to close the books. If all the transaction data from sales, operations, and procurement flows consistently and immediately.
They could close much faster, I imagine weeks faster, maybe.
Potentially,
Yeah.
yes. It fundamentally changes how your departments collaborate and how quickly they can react. It's a workflow transformation.
That makes sense. Speeding up operations. What's next?
Next is building a scalable architecture for future growth. These integration solutions are inherently designed to create flexible IT architectures,
Flexible how?
meaning they can grow smoothly as your company grows.
Mm-hmm.
Your systems can handle increased transaction volumes, more users, new applications being added.
Without grinding to a halt or needing a massive disruptive overhaul.
Exactly.
Mm.
Performance doesn't degrade significantly under increased load. This is vital for any business planning expansion, entering new markets, or just experiencing rapid growth.
Mm.
Your IT infrastructure shouldn't be the bottleneck holding back your ambition.
That's huge. So many businesses feel trapped by old systems that just can't keep up.
A common problem. Which leads nicely into the next point. Enhanced data consistency and integrity.
The quality of the data itself.
Yes. Middleware and service bus solutions usually include robust processes for transforming and validating data as it moves between systems.
So making sure dates are in the same format, codes match up, that kind of thing.
That's part of it, but it also ensures overall accuracy and consistency across your entire organization. Think about the headaches of reconciling reports at the end of the month or quarter.
Oh, yeah. Sales figures don't quite match inventory movements, which don't quite match the finance ledger.
Right. It leads to delays, arguments, maybe even bad decisions because you're not sure which numbers to trust. With a well-implemented integration layer, those numbers align. You get consistent, reliable data everywhere. That allows for swift, confident, strategic decisions. You can actually trust your data.
And trustworthy data is gold. Okay, what about speed in a different sense? Like, how quickly can a business adapt or launch something new?
Great question. That brings us to improved business agility and time to market.
Agility, always important.
Critically important now. An agile integration layer means businesses can add new services, connect new applications, or modify existing processes much more quickly.
Without causing chaos in the existing systems.
Exactly, without major disruption. This rapid adaptability means you can accelerate internal processes, sure, but also dramatically cut the time it takes to bring new products or services to market.
Right. If you can connect a new online sales channel or a new supplier system quickly.
You get that offering out to customers faster. In today's markets, where things change so fast, being able to pivot quickly, launch quickly, that's a massive competitive edge.
Yeah, it really can be the difference between leading and just trying to keep up. What about compliance and security? Especially here in Australia, that's a big focus.
Absolutely. So benefit number 5 is simplified compliance and security management.
How does integration help there?
By providing centralized controls.
Yeah.
Instead of managing access rights, encryption policies, and audit trails across dozens of separate applications.
Which sounds like a nightmare.
It can be. An integration platform provides a single point, a central console, for managing these things across various connected applications.
Okay, so one place to set the rules and monitor things.
Precisely. This strengthens your overall security posture and makes it much easier, much more streamlined to adhere to regulatory requirements. Think GDPR, CDR here in Australia, industry-specific rules. It simplifies demonstrating compliance.
Makes sense. Central control is easier to manage and audit.
Okay, one more benefit you mentioned.
Yes, and it's a big one for many established businesses. Cost-effective legacy system integration.
Dealing with the old stuff. Exactly. Not every business can afford or wants to rip and replace systems that might still be doing a core job perfectly well, even if they're old.
True. They represent significant investment.
Right. So middleware and service bus solutions are fantastic at allowing businesses to maximize those existing IT investments. They can connect older legacy systems.
Even mainframe systems or older databases.
Often, yes. Connect them with modern applications, cloud services, mobile apps. You name it. It effectively bridges the gap between old and new technologies.
So you can modernize around the legacy core rather than being forced into a hugely expensive replacement project immediately.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
It enables gradual infrastructure modernization. You can phase things, innovate where it matters most, and extract more value from your existing assets. This obviously leads to significant cost savings and a much smoother digital transformation journey.
Wow. Okay. So when you list them all out like that, streamlined communication, scalability, data consistency, agility, better security and compliance, and leveraging legacy systems, it really does sound like more than just connecting apps.
Oh, definitely.
It feels like a fundamental shift in how a business can operate and innovate.
It really is. Which leads us to the bigger picture, doesn't it?
Mhm.
What does all this mean for a business's overall digital transformation journey?
Exactly. How do these integration solutions actively power that transformation?
Well, they're absolutely pivotal enablers. You could argue that true digital transformation is almost impossible without addressing integration properly.
Why is that?
Because the core of modernization, very often, involves connecting systems that were previously isolated, integrating disparate applications, data sources, cloud services, partner systems. That's what these solutions do.
Right, they provide the plumbing, the connections needed for transformation.
Exactly. By unifying these systems, they allow businesses to unlock completely new levels of automation, gain insights that were hidden in silos before, and create seamless customer experiences.
And you mentioned something earlier, a single source of truth for data.
Yes, that's a crucial concept they help enable.
What does that actually mean in practice for, say, an Australian CEO trying to get a clear picture of their business?
It means that all the important data from all your different systems, your CRM, your ERP, your e-commerce platform, your manufacturing system, whatever you use, is consolidated, synchronized, and kept consistent in one reliable, up-to-date view or repository.
So no more arguing about which spreadsheet has the real sales figures.
Ideally, yes. Imagine everyone working from the same accurate, real-time information, all your customer data, sales figures, inventory levels, operational metrics, consistent across every system.
That sounds transformative in itself.
It is. This unified data view drastically improves accuracy, which leads to better, faster decision-making. It helps automate workflows because you can trust the data triggering the automation.
And ultimately boosts ROI.
Yes. Through things like intelligent automation based on reliable data, real-time synchronization, improving efficiency, and just making smarter strategic choices because you know what's actually happening in the business. It turns fragmented information into cohesive, actionable intelligence.
Okay, the power seems clear. But getting this right, implementation sounds key, especially considering the unique aspects of the Australian business landscape.
Absolutely. The who you partner with often matters just as much as the what technology you choose.
So when a business is looking for a partner in this space, what should they be looking for? What sets a company, maybe like C9, apart?
Well, one critical factor is what we call a business-first approach.
Business first. What does that mean in this context?
It means that unlike some standard integrators who might just focus on the technical task, connect system A to system B, job done.
Right, just ticking the box.
A business-first partner starts by deeply analyzing your organization's unique operational workflows and strategic goals. They architect tailored solutions designed specifically to align with your business objectives.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Instead of just, say, connecting your CRM to your ERP, because it seems logical, a business-first analysis might uncover that a clunky, manual regulatory reporting process could be fully automated by integrating data from an overlooked legacy system and your finance package.
Ah, so finding value beyond the obvious connection.
Exactly. It ensures every integration point is designed to add measurable business value, efficiency gains, cost savings, risk reduction, improve customer experience, and provides a foundation that scales with your future needs.
So it's really about understanding the business problem first, then applying the right technology. That sounds like it requires significant experience.
It absolutely does. You need an experienced team, people who've done this many times before, and a proven track record.
Experience counts for a lot here.
Definitely. Look for a team of seasoned middleware and service bus integrators.
Hmm.
You know, a company like C9, for instance, brings over 18 years in this specific field.
18 years, wow.
Yeah. And during that time, completing over, say, 350 projects, using more than 100 different technologies across 45-plus service areas, that builds a huge amount of expertise.
That kind of track record suggests they've seen pretty much every kind of integration challenge.
Likely so. And crucially, deep experience, specifically within the Australian business landscape. They understand the local context, regulations, market dynamics. That knowledge is invaluable for designing solutions that really work here.
That makes sense. Local expertise matters. What about the services themselves? Is it just about the initial setup?
Not if you want a long-term successful partnership. A leading provider like C9 offers comprehensive end-to-end services.
So beyond just the initial integration build.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That includes custom development, because often an off-the-shelf connector isn't quite enough for unique business processes. It also means ongoing support and maintenance, which is vital.
Keeping things running smoothly.
Exactly. And all of this really needs to be delivered with a customer-first mindset. A focus on user experience, too, ensuring the integrated systems are actually intuitive and effective for the people using them day to day.
So a true partnership approach.
That's the goal. Understanding the client's unique needs and ensuring an exceptional experience from the initial consultation right through to ongoing support.
We've covered the strategic impact, the business benefits, finding the right partner, but let's zoom in a bit. What about the folks on the ground, the software developers, building and maintaining these systems?
Ah, yes. Good point. How does all this impact their daily work?
Yeah. Does it make their lives easier or harder?
Generally, much easier and more efficient. For developers, these solutions offer some really substantial advantages.
Such as?
Well, first, significantly improved interoperability between all those disparate systems. This means developers spend much less time wrestling with incompatible technologies.
Trying to force systems to talk when they don't want to?
Exactly. Or writing complex, brittle custom code for every single connection. The middleware handles a lot of that heavy lifting.
Okay. Less fighting with tech. What else?
It also greatly reduces their development complexity. Remember those common services we mentioned earlier, like security, messaging, data transformation?
Provided by the middleware.
Right, because those are often provided out of the box by the integration platform. It drastically lessens the amount of mundane, repetitive code developers need to write and then maintain themselves.
So they're not constantly reinventing the wheel for things like secure messaging or data validation.
Precisely. It frees them up to focus their energy on the core business logic, the features that actually differentiate the company, rather than just building the plumbing between systems. Less grunt work, more innovation.
That sounds like a win for keeping developers happy and productive.
It really is. Plus, these solutions often contribute directly to increased scalability and performance through built-in features like load balancing.
Automatically spreading the work around.
Yep. And they significantly improve reliability and security with features like automated message logging, sophisticated error handling, built-in encryption capabilities.
So the systems they build are more robust.
Much more robust, more resilient, and more secure, often with less effort required from the individual developer on those specific aspects. It makes building and managing complex distributed systems far more manageable.
Okay, so it benefits everyone from the C-suite down to the developers.
That's the power of effective integration.
Well, there you have it. We've really unpacked how middleware and service bus integration are, well, much more than just technical tools.
Yeah, they're truly strategic enablers.
Yeah.
For business agility, for getting that crucial data consistency.
And for really powering your digital transformation journey, it's about turning all those fragmented systems you might have into a single, cohesive, efficient powerhouse.
Makes a huge difference.
So here's something to think about as we wrap up. How much untapped potential or maybe hidden inefficiency is currently locked away within your disparate systems?
Yeah. What opportunities might you be missing out on simply because you don't have that truly unified, agile, digital ecosystem, that single source of truth for your entire business?
It's a powerful question to consider.
Definitely.
And if you're an Australian business owner or a C-level executive listening to this, and you're thinking about how to revolutionize your business connectivity and unlock all these benefits we've discussed,
then it's worth exploring what a specialist partner can do.
Absolutely. We recommend checking out C9. They're recognized as Australia's leading custom software, apps, integration, and database developer company.
They have that deep expertise and the business-first approach we talked about.
You can find out much more by visiting their website at www.c9.com.au. That's c9.com.au.
www.c9.com.au. Well worth a look.
And finally, for more deep dives like this one, bringing you critical insights to help your business thrive.
Please make sure you click that follow button wherever you're listening.
And if you found this useful, Please share this deep dive with anyone in your network, colleagues, peers, who you think could benefit from understanding the power of integration.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.